Hello, everyone. All right, we are starting into the new unit. Almost done with this year, I promise. And this is DNA, structure, and replication. So DNA is the very fabric that makes us. And it's the instructions. It's what gives us our genetics and makes us who we are, and it's what we inherit from our parents. I would highly suggest, I've got a link to a video. It is going to be optional, but I would highly suggest watching it. It's, I think, maybe 45 minutes long. It goes through the background of DNA and would be a very good idea for you to read. I make it optional just because I'm not going to have you write anything about it, but I would highly suggest watching it. It goes through some of this history, which can get kind of dreadful, but if you can watch it in a video, it seems to make it a lot more entertaining. Watson and Crick, I hope you've heard that name before, are the two scientists that were able to really make headway on this idea of the double helix shape of DNA. And these guys, this is a quick video that I am gonna put the link to that I would like for you to watch. This is a very quick one that just goes into a quick summary of Watson and Crick and how they figured out this basic structure of DNA. They needed the help of a brilliant woman scientist, Rosalind. I think I don't have her picture in here. My daughter's reading a great book on the history of DNA, and the woman who took the pictures of DNA and allowed Watson and Crick to see this double helix shape. I'm going to leave the video link that's found on this page. Sorry to go back. And hopefully that will help you to kind of get this history. Okay. That I'm going to let the video explain that and move on. The shape of DNA, it is this very famous look of a twisted ladder, like two coils are twisting around each other. Today, we're just going to investigate that shape and how it's put together. And again, double helix, it means double, and helix refers to this coil shape that we see. So just a quick review, the two main, I guess you would say, Lego, kind of the building blocks of DNA, are going to be nucleic acids. And you have two things, the double helix and the deoxyribonucleic acid, as we know it, is made up of DNA. RNA is a very important genetic nucleic acid that basically is a copy of the DNA, and we're going to get into RNA's function next lecture or next class. All right. Oops. There we go. Sorry about that. My battery was running low. So DNA is formed by these building blocks called nucleotides, and nucleotides are made up of three main components, and you need to know that. And your worksheet makes sure that you understand these three components. You have a 5-carbon sugar, a nitrogen base of some sort, and there's 4 different nitrogen bases, and a phosphate group, okay? And these are our building blocks of nucleic acids. So again, this is just another picture where you have your 5-carbon sugar, you have your nitrogen base. Again, there's one of 4. They could be adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, and then you have the phosphate groups. Okay, and I have my own little model here that we're going to look at, but what you'll see is the 5-carbon sugar. It looks like dog hair got on it. Then you have the phosphate. And then we have to add a nitrogen base, okay? And here's our nitrogen base, okay? And DNA is made up of a bunch of these units combined together. Again, there's a video link in your notes that's a quick video that I would highly suggest you watching. Okay, so deoxyribonucleic acid, that's the fancy word for DNA. It's like when your mother calls you, well, for me, it's Sarah Ann Skarts is what she used to say. When I hear my middle name, that's the official name, right? Well, DNA, we casually refer to as DNA, but its full name is deoxyribonucleic acid. And it is named after this 5-carbon sugar, deoxyribose, okay? All of the bonds that are found in this subunit right here are covalent bonds. So this is a covalent bond. That means it's a very strong bond between phosphate and the 5-carbon sugar. And this is a covalent bond between a base and the 5-carbon sugar. Okay, so the other base that we know, or the other nucleic acid we're going to deal with, is called RNA, ribonucleic acid. And it again is named after its 5-carbon sugar right here, ribonucleic acid. It is built just the same as DNA. We're going to talk about their differences next class, but let's just look at DNA first. But the big difference here is that DNA is made up of this deoxyribonucleic acid, this 5-carbon sugar, okay? You don't have to know the difference in looking at it, but you need to know that DNA is made after deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA is named after its 5-carbon sugar, ribose.